welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you so much for joining me. Tried to upload a video yesterday, not even upload, tried to record a video yesterday, and we went away for the day. It was a mess. So I thought I'd take this morning, a bit more relaxed, and get it done today. There we are. So there's been lots happening this week. If you've seen, I've put little snippets of it in my dailies, so you will have seen little bits of what's gone on with regards to obviously Jack and him not being able to pursue his engineering cadetship. So he started, if you haven't been following me for a long time, he started a cadetship in Blackpool back in September last year, and it was like a pre-course course, and it was just a direct entry route. So he went there for 6 months and then he could apply to do the full course. When it came to the engineering, no, not the engineering, the cadet medical, we found out he was colourblind. Now obviously he's not massively colourblind, but he's too colourblind to be a deck officer. So he decided to switch over because he really wants a career at sea, or wanted a career at sea. He'd switched to engineering, and there was one more test he could do, but he needed to pass this other test. And we did that test in the university in Cardiff on Thursday, and it wasn't good news. So getting his head around that, he's decided now that he just wants an apprenticeship route. Hopefully, with regards to being colourblind, it's not going to have a big impact on it. But in other news, my eldest has decided that she wants to go to university. So that's a complete flip to where she was, and something that she didn't want to do a few years ago, but now really wants to do it. And it's just, honestly, it's amazing to see how enthusiastic she is about all that. So she wants to go off and do university. Honestly. So if you've got children that really don't know what they want to do, and they decide that university's not for them, and then a couple of years down the line, she's just changed her mind completely. So it could happen. I mean, for me, I've always been quite relaxed about things, shall we say, because I never went to university. I didn't study very well in school. Just one of those things. And decided that I knew I always wanted to work with children. Ended up being a teaching assistant, and then from that it led to me doing the office, and that's where I am now, and I love it. So when she said that she didn't want to go to university, of course I'm in no place that I can judge at all, because I did never do it. Her father, on the other hand, Jeff, is, if you don't know, from the Philippines, where it's their culture to be so focused on education. It's a massive, massive part. It really is massive part of their culture there. They're really big on it. And for him, I think it was quite hard to deal with. But, like I say, we've left her. She's done exactly what she wanted to do. She's travelled. She's been to America twice to do Camp America. And now she's decided this is what she wants to do. So all kudos to her. All kudos to her. Doesn't make any sense. Fair play to her, I say. Anyway, in other news, that daughter, that eldest child of mine, gave me grandbabies this week. Not real ones, hamster ones. Yep. We have 2 hamsters that were meant to be the same sex. Went to Pets at Home to get them checked, just to make sure that we didn't have a boy and a girl in a cage, and guess what? We've got a boy and a girl in a cage. So I'm preparing myself for more hamster babies, because after doing a little bit of research, even though they're brother and sister and from the same litter, that doesn't matter to hamsters. No. What can I say? I'm picking up another cage today. It might be too little too late, but at least once they've had a litter, if that's what's going to happen, I don't even know, we can keep them separate. It's been a really busy week this week, isn't it? So yesterday we went down to see my father. He lives in West Wales. What an amazing day that was. We haven't seen them since, I don't actually think we've seen them since a few weeks before lockdown, because it's about 100 miles away. So we don't get to see them all the time anyway, but they do come down fairly regularly. They come here more than we go there. But it's such a, honestly, if you've seen the pictures, or the video rather, it's a beautiful place. It's a real touristy area. And my brother actually said to me yesterday that this is when their lockdown will start now, because living where they live, they're on the coast, they've had the benefit of being able to go to the beach when they wanted because it's been on their doorstep. And now all the tourists are there. This is going to be where they take a step back now. So this is when their lockdown is starting. But it's, you know, we were quite lucky with the weather. It's awful today. Not great weather at all. But we made the most of it. We had a, you know, lovely time in the garden, and it's all you can do in this crazy time, isn't it? Yeah. You haven't come here to hear about my life, have you? You want to know how I did this week. So I should get on with that. How did I do this week? Well, after the blip that was last week, only a small gain I was fine with, £0.5. I needed to lose that this week, and I managed to do that. So I lost £1.5, and now I'm £2.5 away from that 3 stone award. Now I'd love to say I want to really be focused and get my 3 stone award this week, but I never have £2.5 losses, or very, very rarely do I have £2.5 losses. My losses, as you will have seen, are slow and steady. Also, we're going camping on, mind you, that's not until after I weigh on Friday, so I possibly could try my best to do it. But I think I've got into the routine now where my videos are going up on a Monday, but I actually weigh on a Friday, ready for group on a Saturday. So my videos are going up fairly late, I suppose, until, now I've only got 4 days until I weigh again. So I probably need to sort that out. But this is what works, I think, because I've got the weekend then, and I need it to be something that I can stick to when I am back in work. So having the weekend then and then getting it uploaded on a Monday, it does make sense, even though it's away from, oh, I know what I mean. Yeah. So all I can do is try. I can try really hard this week to get that £2.5. Whether I will or not is another story. Oh, I tell you what I did find this week, or my daughter found for me. They went to Home Bargains, and I've seen it on a few people's videos, the Splendid syrups, which are half a sin. So I think it's for 1 tablespoon, but it might be half a sin for half a tablespoon. I'll edit that in and pop it down here because I can't remember what it is. But I've mixed that up with some quark this week, and it was really nice. She picked me up quite a few of them. I think there's candy floss there, there's bubblegum, hazelnut, salted caramel, I want to say. And they're very nice. So that was really nice this week. I did pulled pork in the slow cooker. That was a lovely meal. And then the next day, apparently it was exactly the same. It wasn't. But this is what I was told by a family member, mentioning no names, Jeff. It was the fajita chicken. And he told me they tasted really similar. But the pulled pork was barbecue and the fajita was fajita. But according to him, they tasted the same. Not, I didn't think they did. And that's what I had last night then. So we went down West Wales. They all had a KFC. I didn't let one tiny morsel of that pass my lips at all. And I was really pleased with that. Because I think in the past, I would have even picked a chip or a little bit of chicken somebody would have given me. I had nothing. I came home. I knew that I had some potatoes that I'd put into a tub from the night before. They had been cooked, but I just popped them back in the oven again, and they were lovely. With the fajita chicken. What else did I have? Oh, I chopped up the chicken, put it into some rice, put some Mayflower curry sauce over the top, a couple of tomatoes, and that was my meal. So quick, so easy. And knowing that I had that to come back to when I knew they'd be having something that I shouldn't eat was really good. So I enjoyed that. So I'm going for a social distance visit to one of my friends, two of the girls I used to work with. And I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to take a box of Skinny Whip, a box of Skinny Crunch, not because I'm going to eat them both, but because I'm going to share them. So if they've got biscuits or things, they can have a choice then whether they want the Skinny Whip, Skinny Crunch choice or the biscuit choice. So there we are. So if you've got any tips, actually, because I was thinking of this earlier, we're going camping on Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to try and be as on plan as I can, knowing that I don't think I probably could do it all the time, actually, because I've already discussed the whole, we're taking certain things because there's a few different different groups of us going. Groups? Families. Not groups, it sounds like there's loads of us. So we're taking certain things, but obviously if we're taking burgers, I can just pick up the Aldi skinny burgers. So I'm covered for that kind of thing. I'm going to take a pack of or a box. What is it? A box? Box or a tub of the Aldi rainbow salad. I like that. And then just even if I take a tin of sweet corn and a tin of tuna, just to mix up with some salt and pepper, that's another meal, isn't it? Or a little snacky meal for me when they're having maybe lunch or whatever. I never say lunch, I just said lunch. Dinner. Yeah, but if you have got any tips, let me know. Because I know we're going to be eating on the campsite in our respective families. So I just want to be as on plan as I can, especially if I manage to get this 3 stone award, which is dangling in front of me at the moment, isn't it? £2.5. I can do that if I really try. Whatever your journey is, I hope it's going really well for you. I know there are a few people that have had such really, really sad news at the moment, so my thoughts are with you for that. And everybody take care of yourselves. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already and you'd like to. Click that bell to be notified when I have got new videos going up. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.